There are so many things you have to keep in mind before you decide on who you should summon on for part 2 of the worldwide celebration. I'll go through all of those in this video, and the very first thing is simply, I have to get this out the way, who do you like more? Remember, at the end of the day, this is a game, so you should summon on for who you like. It could just be about the character themselves. Like, if you're a big Metal Cooler fan, then Metal Cooler just might be the pick for you. If you like or love Goku and Vegeta units, you're trying to collect all of them, then again, this is the LR for you. Please keep that in mind. Do not summon on what people say is the best, summon on what you care about the most. But if that is not a factor for you, then let's move on. And before I go ahead and get into the next few points, I do have a very quick subscriber challenge for you. Just please be honest, log into your Dokkan account. If you don't have at least 50 stones, you got caught lacking today, man. You gotta subscribe to the channel. It is what it is. Listen, not even one multi after all this time. There's down bad, there's down horrendous, and then there's you, okay? I love you, but man, come on. You got caught lacking today. You gotta subscribe. But if you have at least more than 50 stones, you can skip today's subscriber challenge. I will catch you lacking in the next one. Stay tuned for that. Let's continue on with this video. Come on, man. Come on. You can do better than that. Anyway, so the next thing you should definitely keep in mind is the teams that both of these units lead. And by teams, I mean, do you actually have the units to make this team really viable? Because remember, at the end of the day, Dokkan is about, it's a team game. So you can have the best LR in the game, but if you don't have a good team, your LR is not going to look as good as it can look, right? So Goku and Vegeta here give 170 to join forces movie heroes and an extra 30% to pure Saiyans. So this is what their team looks like. If you don't have any one of these LRs on the top row or maybe even second row, and then you have like some of these Vegetas and gods, like, again, this is a good foundation for you to start building a really powerful team, because maybe in the future you can get your hands on some of these units here. But if you're summoning to really look at how good this unit is going to be, but you don't have the necessary, the team to support that unit, then it may not be the best investment for you. And it's the same thing with Cooler. Cooler gives a flat 200% to Wicked Bloodline. So this is their team. If you don't have a really good Wicked Bloodline team, then I'd probably recommend not necessarily running this unit or even summoning for this unit, because again, you're not going to be able to really experience the full power that this unit can bring, which leads me into the point of, I mean, which team do you like to run more? When you take a look at these two, which one is more fun to you? You have to answer that question for yourself. I can't answer that for you. Me personally, this team is a very there's a lot of really strong options here. The only thing is, I can bring all of these other units with different, like, there's so many teams that lead all of these units here. But besides, like, Cooler, you're not really, man, it's like, to me, this is the more fun team because of, dude, Cooler with all the HP healing and the new LRS tier Cooler. If you have Cooler, by the way, and you don't have the Super Saiyan Goku, then I think it would be a good idea to double. This is my opinion. You could let me know what you think, but if you have S tier Cooler, you don't have Tech Goku, and you want to make the most out of your S tier Cooler, I do think going for Metal Cooler here, I think going for him is the best idea, and vice versa, right? If you have Goku, but you don't have Cooler, which is, again, one of the best, probably, many people argue he's the best unit in the game. It is what it is. But if you have Goku, you don't have Cooler, then maybe going for this unit right here may be a better option for you. So ask yourself who you have, who you don't have. If you don't have either of them, then it goes right back to the drawing board, right? Which unit do you enjoy more? Which unit do you think is a lot better? And on top of that, I mean, what do you value most in a unit? And I'm asking you all these questions because these are all things you really have to keep in mind, right? Who do you value more, or what kind of unit do you value more? Personally, I love units with big bad bosses, with thirst for conquest, very strong OP links, and this Cooler here is one hell of a defensive unit. It's not, he may not have the craziest defense from his passive, but being able to revive, being able to nullify, great chance, by the way, and that's unconditional, and the revive is unconditional. As long as he gets KO'd, he revives, right? With full HP, by the way. speaking of HP, all of the HP regen that this man gets, like, this is what it's very hard to kill this unit, extremely hard, and I really like that. Goku and Vegeta, on the other hand, they're definitely really good. I need to see what they look like in game to really have a better perspective of how good this unit's going to be, but they don't seem like they're good offensively, they're good defensively, especially after performing their 18 key. So I think they're going to be solid both ways. I think they lean more towards attack, and then Cooler leans more toward you know, being revolved around defensiveness, if you will. So what do you value more, offensive units or units that are just very tough to kill? Maybe they'll put up the Gray's attack stats, but you're still going to win at the end of the day because they're have a great chance to nullify, the revive, all of that good stuff. So basically, what is your play style? I know a lot of people love to see the high crazy attack stats. If that's the case, then maybe Goku and Vegeta is the unit for you. Personally, I'm a big defensive fiend when it comes to Dokkan. I love seeing my units with really high defense. I don't really care about attack stats so much, but I just like when my units are hard to kill. And because of that, this Cooler is definitely for me. So I will be summoning for this Cooler first. Let me know who you are going to be summoning for, but again, keep in mind, do you have the units that will make or have this unit stand out to their potential? And same thing for Cooler. Do you have a good enough team to make this Cooler stand out? If you don't, then maybe it's not worth it. But keep in mind that just because you don't have that now doesn't mean you won't be able to, you know, receive that or get that in the future. At the end of the day, 2-3 years down the line, you're going to have many opportunities to buy or summon or pull a lot of these characters here, right? And same thing for here. Goku, the year 7s are going to be returning, literally. Actually, will Goku be unfeatured on the Carnival banner? That's actually really interesting. Anyway, the year 7s will be returning in December. So if you don't have any of them, you have enough red coins, you should definitely save them up. By the way, you could purchase one copy of each in December, right? Which will again increase the value of this team for you when it comes to, I mean, if you end up pulling Goku or Vegeta. But keep in mind, I said Goku and Vegeta, my bad. But keep in mind that there's still a decent chance that you don't pull either of these. And it's very important to understand that you may not pull, you can spend 1,000, 2,000 stones and not pull either of these. And there is a lot of hype coming after this celebration, especially for global. I already have a video, you know, about that on my channel about what's coming next. So I'm telling you right now that if you don't seem too impressed by either one of these LRs, you should be saving your stones for Vegeta and Trunks, because Vegeta and Trunks is definitely better, in my opinion, than both of these LRs here. So I would still put Vegeta and Trunks as probably number 1 or maybe even number 2 in the game, but definitely they're better than these Part 2 LRs. So I would put I would say Vegeta and Trunks, probably want to save for that unit. If you really want Resurrection F, Blue Goku, and Blue Vegeta, I mean, they do fit on this team, by the way, right? They are right here. But if you want them, then you might want to save a few stones. If you really want LR Golden Frieza coming in October, you probably want to save a few more stones. Keep in mind that Heroes is coming. Keep in mind that, you know, what's it called? I'll make a whole updated video on the Step Up banner for the New Year's, but that's also, if you're free to play, that is what you are saving for right now. The end of the year Step Up summons, because those are guaranteed. These banners, they might be buy 3 get 1 free, but they are not guaranteed in any way, shape, or form. So hopefully you enjoyed, and let me know what you're going to pick, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, and peace.